The news, and especially the religious news, is replete these days with accounts of the resignation of Pope Benedict XVI as Supreme Pontiff of the Roman Catholic Church. This event is to occur on February the 28th. There is something that is going to occur on February the 27th, the day before the effective date of the Pope's resignation, which is of considerable importance and significance to a number of us, Catholics and non-Catholics alike. This is the feast day of Saint Gabriel Possenti. Saint Gabriel Possenti lived in the 19th century, in the mid-19th century in Italy, and he died in 1862. His life is the subject of a biography written by Possenti's fellow Passionist, Father Godfrey Pogue, which appeared originally in 1962, the 100th anniversary of the death of Saint Gabriel Possenti. The reason Saint Gabriel Possenti is of such great concern to a number of us is for, among other things, the fact that he used handguns to rescue the villagers of Isola del Gran Sasso in Italy in 1860 from a band of brigands. Father Pogue, in his biography of St. Gabriel Possenti, Son of the Passion, was so impressed with this event in the life of the saint that Father Pogue devoted an entire chapter of his book, Son of the Passion, to an account of this incident. Now, Father Pogue was a Peritus at the Second Vatican Council. He was a known scholar, and he was a journalist with the ability to write with the language talents of a journalist. As I said, this biography appeared in 1962. And it had various imprimatur and various other indications of official church endorsement of the book for a number of years, and still does. Now, this account of St. Gabriel Possenti's use of handguns in rescuing the villagers of Isola del Gran Sasso went completely unchallenged for many, many years. Now, when I, as chairman and president of the St. Gabriel Possenti Society, began to promote St. Gabriel Possenti as a patron of handgunners, a number of the pacifists within the church became very upset with this and attempted to challenge the veracity of the account, which had been left standing for over 25 years. Father Pogue defended the accuracy of his account until the day he died. In other words, for many, many years after that, despite the fact that he was being challenged on this account by a number of people, including members of his order, of his own order. Now, unfortunately, a number of people in the media and in political life and in the church have been taken in by a lot of these people who have been challenging the veracity of this account. The fact of the matter is, though, as I have said, Father Pogue defended this until he passed away himself many, many years after that. Underlying this desire to upend the account of the shooting by St. Gabriel Gabriel Possenti of a lizard as a demonstration of his handgun marksmanship, I believe, is a certain dovishness, a certain pacifism in the Catholic Church, especially amongst the clergy, which unfortunately is quite unfounded. A lot of these people are saying that they can't get the substantiation of the count from secondary sources and so on and so forth. However, you have to remember that in 1860, when this event occurred in Isola del Gran Sasso, you didn't have, a lot of newspapers in these small towns any more than today you have newspapers in certain small towns. And some things that people ought to consider when they challenge the veracity of this account is the fact that there were not any newspaper men around at the time of the Annunciation either. I mean, St. Luke received the information regarding the Annunciation of the birth of Christ from his mother, the Blessed Virgin Mary. Now, these people would be far out if they tried to challenge the veracity of this account within the parameters of the Catholic doctrine, the Catholic Church, and so on and so forth. Unfortunately, this spirit of pacifism, of dovishness, pervades a lot of parts of the Catholic Church, and these people just can't stand the idea that a Catholic saint might use force, might actually use guns to guess what? Defend innocent people. However, in my opinion, they have a great misunderstanding of Christianity and of Christ himself. Now, we know, of course, that Christ preached peace and generally wanted to see people live peaceable lives. However, we have to mention also that in many ways he was a very pugnacious person. For instance, we know from the gospel that he made whips to chase money changers out of the temple. We know also that he declared, according to St. Luke, that the man without a sword must sell his cloak and buy one. Jesus definitely was not a pure pacifist. As I said, he was able to use and advise the use of force when necessary to repel aggression, especially unfounded aggression against innocent people. So we're coming up now on the 151st anniversary of the passing into eternal life of St. Gabriel Possenti. And we're going to continue to maintain our desire that St. Gabriel Possenti be named officially by the Vatican the patron saint of handgunners. Most handgunners in the world, especially in the United States, are very decent people. They use handguns for legitimate purposes, including for the defense of the innocent against aggressors. They also use handguns and other firearms for a number of legitimate sporting activities. It is false thinking, in my opinion, for people in the church to cite the misuse to which some firearms are put by a lot of bad characters as a reason for not endorsing the holy use to which firearms can be put and have been put by such people as St. Gabriel Possenti. So we continue to maintain and to hope that the Vatican at some point see fit to name St. Gabriel Possenti the patron saint of handgunners. And we hope also that people who have been taken in by the pacifist attempt to undermine the cause that we endorse for St. Gabriel Possenti be willing to take a second look at the considerations they have had and to realize that perhaps they have been taken in by people who are committed to a pacifist agenda rather than to a genuinely Christian agenda.